let's just take a minute, form our circle, form our group. So it doesn't matter if you are seeing me on Instagram or on Zoom, it doesn't matter. We can always connect through the mind, through our heart. So let's just visualize that we're forming a circle between us. Yes, so the mind projecting a circle and the heart projects love. Beautiful. Maybe you can feel how the energy is shifting. It's magical. It is magical, I'm telling you. That only with awareness we can create reality. Okay, great. So now we are together. So now, just to say a few words before we start the meditation about the crown chakra. So if we started from the base, and this is today the crown, which is the opposite side. So we can say that the base and the crown are we can look at them even as one chakra. Yeah, they are both in the opposite of the central line, the central chakra. Versus the rest of the chakras are forward and backwards, projecting forward and backwards. So the crown projecting up and down, and the base projecting down and up. So we can say that they're forming one chakra, or the poles of the same chakra. A few things that are amazing about the crown chakra. We can look here. Yeah. So located in the crown, and you know, when the babies are born, so they have an opening in the cranium until the bones are closing, and this is exactly the location of the crown chakra. And if we look at energy, if we're reading the energy of babies or they're just born, we can see that the main connection with, let's say, with existence is through the crown to infinity, not from the crown to finity, we can say, to the body. Yes, because the energy is still very much connected to the source, and they still don't have an awareness of presence, I am me. And as the children start to develop and develop more the ego, they start to acknowledge themselves. And we can say that this opening is starting to close, and then actually we have to learn how to open it again, but this time we're going to open it more from the heart. Yeah, from the heart, not from the here, only here, but from the heart. Okay. In terms of the image of the crown chakra, so the image is like a crown that grows to infinity, or we can say a cone shape that grows to infinity. So later when we do the meditation, we work or we connect to that, which is magical. Another aspect is point of download and upload of the life force. The minute this is opening up, yeah, so we can be aware that energy is starting to stream down and in the same time to upload up. So we can say that this is a point that we're acknowledging divinity, really. It is like this. Connected to the base chakra, like I mentioned earlier. And super important, the mind as a gate to receive or block the life force. This is super important because last week we were meditating on the third eye, and we were meditating on the seat of consciousness. And today we're actually meditating on the exit of the life force through the seat of consciousness and the mind into the body. So what happened that the mind is a constant programmer. It's constantly programming realities, and through those programs, that energy that comes from the crown is entering or deviates and doesn't enter into the body to support our existence. Okay, so here again we're coming to the same story of once we're keeping the mind completely straight, meaning no movement, meaning completely present, yeah, the power of now, then the life force just flows and there's a clear communication on the center channel and outside into the aura. But the minute we start to deviate, the third eye, meaning the awareness of the third eye, goes to other objects or goes to thoughts, then this kind of free flow of the life force that comes through the crown into the body is not working very good, and then our life become not comfortable. Yeah, depend how much we're blocking. This is really most important, and this is what we're gonna meditate and work on, to recognize that process when we allow the life force to flow and when we're blocking it. Good. So let's just sit comfortable and do a bit of meditation to connect to those qualities. Yeah, let's first connect to the breath. And the breath, you can say, or we can say that it's the physical aspect of the light that comes in and out constantly. Yeah, so the breath also comes from nothing and manifests us as something, and then goes back to nothing. Same is the subtle energy, which we call the life force, prana, chi, whatever way we call it. Yes, so when we're breathing, we can combine visualization to the breath and feel that when we inhale, we're downloading through the crown, or from infinity through the crown into the body, all the way down to the pelvic floor. And when we're exhaling, we can say uploading, or moving the energy back through the center channel, up through the crown to infinity. Let's just keep this image and breathe and connect a little bit like this. Remember that always the image is really what does the trick. So try to have a very clear image of connecting with infinity through the crown and welcoming the life force and the breath into your body, down to the base chakra, and then again back up. And feel that this bounty of life force, of oxygen, of light, when you're inhaling it into the body, immediately it binds up in a physical way as oxygen with the cells, and energetically with our whole existence, and gives us prana, give us power, give us life. And when we exhale, the exhalation support distribution of that life force all over the body, and then we're shining it to all direction like a powerful sun outwards. Exhaling from heaven and shining like a sun to all direction. Good. So now let's be specific on the crown chakra. First, let's take a minute just to be more intimate with the crown chakra, meaning just physically with our awareness, we're sensing that area of our crown, here the upper part of our cranium or our skull. Maybe there's difference between left and right, or other sensation. Just be there physically, meaning on the physical level, checking with your awareness. And then start to visualize a cone or a crown that start to emerge, growing and growing and growing and growing with no limitation. Yeah. So just to emphasize again, that who we are is who we think we are, who we acknowledge ourselves to be. So if I'm only focusing on my crown chakra as the body, awareness in the head, this is very, very limited and actually quite blocked state of being and experience. And as much as I'm widening my awareness and acknowledging the infinite connection through the crown to infinity, the power that is available is immense. So give yourself the permission to see this image, or visualize this image of immense cone that goes to infinity, through which light streaming like data into the body and out from the body. Okay, so just to make it more powerful, again, like we did in the beginning with the breath in the central channel, let's connect this infinite connection of crown of light that comes from heaven, from infinity, into the base chakra. And try to observe this unity of infinite light above communicating with the base. And just be with this image that you are actually immense, 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 immense. In that opening of the crown, many, many times, I see loved ones who passed away. I see angels, being of light. You might recognize it as well. And then we just welcome them, and with gratitude that they are there to support our existence. So if you do feel that there is a family member that passed away, or a friend, or a guardian angel, or light spirits, just acknowledge their existence with gratitude and love. It's always beautiful to feel that we're not alone. Okay, So now let's just clarify the relationship between the crown chakra and the third eye, meaning between thinking or not thinking and this connection through the crown to infinity. So as you focusing on the movement of light from infinity through the crown, through this cone that funnels the energy into your body, into your being, try to be very clear on the effect of the third eye, which allows or doesn't allow the mind to move. If the mind is completely still, then there is no hindrance to this beautiful, beautiful connection between pure light of heaven and pure light of being. The minute a small or big thought arises, which draws our awareness into it, immediately we deviate the light. Just pay attention to it. And then come back to no thinking, to idle point or central point. And again acknowledge the flow of light, heaven to base chakra. Keeping the mind and the third eye completely still to facilitate the connection. Now, when we are so connected and the life force flows so beautifully, let's just invite, if any parts of our being feel still a little bit heavy, physically, emotionally, psychologically, invite it to the light, to this beautiful connection that we're experiencing between heaven and body. If it's an old thought that bothers you, just invite that thought to release its charge. If it's a karma that you keep repeating, invite it to release its charge. If it's relationship they would like to heal, bring the relationship into the light which you are. If it's a physical discomfort, the same. Okay, so it's important to acknowledge that in the state where we are, we still, although we're connecting to amazing, beautiful light, we're still ego bound, because I am connecting to the light that comes to me. Let's move forward. Let's move beyond. So let's acknowledge now our aura, our sunny being. Yeah? So let's acknowledge that we are radiating immense light all around us. So we're moving from only awareness of the central channel and its connection to infinity. We're moving on to immense radiance. And we can incorporate the affirmation that I am acknowledging my infinite being, my infinite radiant being. And by saying this, allow the energy field surrounding you to expand with no limit. And usually when we're experiencing this transition, it's very normal that we start to feel erased, like our physicality is melting into the energy body. It's a very beautiful experience. And the last beautiful part is completely melting. So it's not even that I feel infinite, it's more infinite am I, or infinity am I. So to do that, the image could be that a drop of rain, which is me, is uniting with the ocean and losing completely its form to become ocean. Ocean of consciousness. Here there is no ego anymore, nothing. As much as we're losing shape, as much as we're gaining freedom. Beautiful. So many times we say in meditation, come back to the body and all that, but this is our natural state, the most natural. Being in the body, identifying as the body, is not natural. Our natural state is being infinite being with awareness to our physicality and not opposite. So no need to come back to nothing because we are already everything. The only thing we do need to do is to acknowledge how can I maintain that which I am. And that happens with remembering and remembering. So let's take a minute to give so much gratitude that life brought us together not this morning, because we do it every morning as well, but this evening. And let's visualize that this beautiful feeling of unity, of love, of light is shared among all humanity, among all being, all over planet Earth. So let's take a minute to visualize this beautiful quality of love and light, like a beautiful layer that overlaps planet Earth and allows all our brothers and sisters in human form or any form to feel the light, the peace, the love which we all are. Wonderful. So thank you so much, and you're invited as well for the morning meditation we do every morning. And normally on Wednesdays we do it live, also Instagram and Zoom. And also we offer many other classes and activities through our Infinite Being Academy, which you are welcome to join. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful evening, an amazing week. Okay, bye everybody.